And we dub thee Mr. Sticky. And for the strange orange cat who's cost me more fish than any other, Century Egg. Hello friends, my name is Type 1, and today I'd like to welcome you back to our Minecraft Let's Play series. Now, there have been a few changes since the last time we played. We're going to do a little bit of a bit of recap here for us, huh? A little bit of recap. So, the big thing... Get this grass out of my face. The big thing is, we're not purely vanilla anymore. We got schmods now. Now, I will say, all the mods that I have downloaded, which I will leave in the description, which ones I'm currently using, they are pretty much purely for practical building purposes. Nothing in particular that's like too game-changing or too weird. So we got some... Let me get my HUD back up here. We got a little bit of Freecam. We got a little bit of zoom in, and that's pretty much all we're going to worry about in the vanilla series. I do have a few things for building in my creative world where I like plan out projects, or where I've started planning out projects. We're not going to talk about Firelink Shrine. That was a seat of our pants thing. But we got Litematica. We've got, which, let me tell you, dude, since the mod creator stopped developing it, a bit of a pain in the butt to get. Not terrible, but like definitely harder than just downloading it off the CurseForge. But we got Litematica, and we got World Edit and Axiom. So, some decent stuff for building here. We got a pretty cool home base building picked out, I think. But aside from that, we have done a few things off camera here, such as engaging in shady trades, digging a big hole, growing a big tree, high-stakes gambling. Come on, Papa needs that efficiency for... Shoot! A upcoming base, my mega base, my perma home, whatever you want to call it. And I thought I was going to settle in the certified big hole area back there. I was clearing that out to fill it in. Oops, that's not what I want. Shift. Still getting used to these new controls for stuff, but... I thought I was going to build there, but I've been watching some videos from people who are much better builders than I am, and just listening to tips and tricks, and something one of them recommended, the good old classic Smallish Beans channel. Shout out to him. I know those small YouTube channels, they need every leg up they can get, am I right? But he recommended not building in plains biomes, you know, especially like, and don't do it every time kind of thing. And like, I do agree with that. Like, I have built in plains biomes a lot in my Minecraft history. I won't deny it. Like, it is what it is. It's an easy biome to build in. There's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of flat space. You usually spawn in one, so it's like, you know, safe chunks. You got, you know, what else is there? There's usually a village nearby, which we spawned pretty much right next to one, which was really nice. But we're going to challenge ourselves a little bit, because, you know, I don't want to always take the easy way. I want to push what I can do in this game, which is why I'm trying to build bigger and badder than ever before. So, let's go check out our future home with this cool transition. Oh, we're here. Whoa, how did that happen? That's crazy. And we got a horse along the way. Whoa. Yeah, Wandering Trader came by, and he was just so kind enough to loan us his leads. Said he wasn't so fond of the llamas, so, you know, it worked out for the both of us. So we have decided to be building up here on top of this wonderful cherry mountain. Now you can see, boom, right down there is our area we've been working out of, so we're not too far from home. That's a scary hole. This is actually the mountain we usually go to for mining, that first one we went to, and we like exploded to pieces a bajillion times. I completely lost myself for a second there, dude. I did not know where I was. Yeah, we're going to be working up here, building some big old cool towers and trying our best to make a beautiful, wonderful city. And if it all works out, we might even do something with the stuff down below. Who knows? Not I, but I will one day. So, living up here, it's going to be a bit of a hassle getting around and all that until we have things such as, you know, elytra and all that, but we'll find our way around with all that. Make some nice staircases and stuff. Unfortunately, the cherry bomb's only like half of this hill, so we do go back to boring old plains grass over here, but it's more about the terrain more than the color of things, so we will live. We will live. I do think while we are up here, we should definitely set up something of a small starter house to live out of, so we don't just have our stuff all over the place, you know? So we'll go ahead and cut to getting some stuff for that put together already. Alright, so we've gathered ourselves up some nice tasty goodies here. We got our usual spread, just an extra bed that we brought with us last time we were up here. But on top of all that, we got ourselves a nice little selection of woods. I got 4 different kinds here to work with, some different stones to work with, a little bit of everything. Got some glass for some windows. We're going to go ahead and get this little starter house up and going here. It's crazy. This is going to be like our second real build together, which I think is very exciting and currently being encroached upon by these foul beasts. Back into your hole, creature. This is such a nice view. Maybe we'll try and make our build face this way, 'cause it's got this nice ocean view and stuff. Oh, look at that. That might be worth checking out later. But we'll see. We'll see. Well, we can see right now what we got going on this way. Because the view back here, not so great. The view going this way, though... Yeah, this could be kind of cool. Like, maybe we could have, like, a big old city up top here that kind of, like, trickles down into, like, a little village or something down this way. Maybe, like, a little seaport village kind of thing. Cute little lone island out there. Maybe we could have, like, a hermit's island out there. Man, that's a really good hill as well there, that whole situation. I don't want to move us again, but this is a really, really nice hill. Well, we want to challenge ourselves, so we'll go with the more challenging hill. But this is a nice thing to appreciate. And we got snow really close by. I didn't know that. Alright, so firstly, is there anything else down here? Get our HUD back up. Nope, just a dingy little cave area. We got enough coal to make some extra torches, so we'll go ahead and just get this lit up so we don't have to deal with any more daytime zombies. Or anything worse, you know. I'd really prefer to not have to worry about a creeper sneaking up on me during the daytime, so. Let's see here. Okay, so first things first. We don't need the hoe right now. I do want these chests. Just need something to store all of our stuff in so we're not constantly fighting with our inventory. This isn't going to be a huge house, or else I'm going to try to keep it from being a huge house. Hello, dog. Wish I had some bones. I don't know what happened to my dog from, like, an episode or 2 ago. I guess whenever I died out in that pale forest, I guess since I, like, you know, I teleported home, you know, when I died to my bed, like 3,000 blocks, maybe his, like, coding just couldn't keep up with that kind of distance. I don't really know. Maybe we'll go out that way one day and see if he'll teleport to us, you know? That could be fun. Oh, like, yeah, like, ate a sheep. Good job, guys. So right here. Get this out of my face. Boom. Alright, let's just chuck some of this stuff in here. Okay, so like I said, I don't want this to be, like, a super complicated build. We'll start with these. Here in a second, anyways. I do want to... I'll tell you, dude. Like, I love this Silk Touch shovel, but it made to be such a pain in the butt to get that clay for bricks that I got. because I had to do that by hand, since otherwise I just have clay blocks, which can only be smelted into terracotta. I think it would be kind of cool if they had, like, some kind of item for breaking things down. Kind of. I don't know. It's like, totally redundant, but I also think it'd be kind of cool. So that way there is, like, less hassle with Silk Touch, you know? Try and get this. Let's do a little bit of a smidge of terraforming here, keep this looking okay. And we'll just boop, boop, boop. There we go. There should be enough space to work with. To let him do his thing. Love how they do that, and then bro's just like, back to chilling. Perfect world. Hold up. In a perfect world, I know what I'm doing. Unfortunately, this is not a perfect world, and therefore I do not. Just have blackstone. Oh, we do have plenty. This is nice. This is just gonna be like y'all's first time seeing me just like free build instead of trying to build something that isn't mine. Cause like, you know, obviously I'm not one of the original creators of Firelink Shrine. I just wanted to build like a monument to it from one of my, you know, favorite games of all time, kind of thing. Just a little bit of put some respect on, you know, the greatest video game ever made's name. No, I'm not looking for a debate. I love Dark Souls 1. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I love it to death. I would not be where I am currently in taste or, like, anything, really, without it, so. Not looking for a fight. I'm just stating my thoughts. Which are, of course, correct thoughts, because I only have correct thoughts, so. Sorry if you thought different, but objectively wrong, sweetheart. Let's see here. Okay, so I like what we got going on here right now. Hold on. But I do want to, let's see, get a little bit of this. And we are going to try, we're going to get some more grass and fix that up here soon. Let's get some nice structure here. I just hope I have enough logs to do what I'm doing, because I really don't want to make another trip down the mountain. I will, if I gotta. But jeez, I really don't want to. Okay, now check this. This could be sick. Can I say, I love stripped wood, dude. It's a good block. Though, admittedly, we are going to need to make some of that funky one that's got this just the all smooth textures. So just go ahead and boom. Not like that. Does that help? Yeah, that's better. I haven't really thought about the floor too much. I wish we had some birch. We got like a birch tree anywhere nearby? Yeah, we do. Hold up. Myself get distracted for a moment. Okay, don't worry about it. It's fine. Just realized I put all my food in that chest. That's a bit of a problem, but we'll rectify it here shortly. Ow. Yeah, we still have boots on. Boom, 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 boom. And we'll grab another one while we're at it. I mean, it's not a huge house, but it's big enough that I don't want to have to be unprepared, you know? What's that got vines on it? Oh. Oh! Look at these. These are like my favorite flower in the game. I love the lily of the valleys. They are so pretty. Though I will admit, I think a big part of me loving these is because they were also like one of my favorite flowers in Animal Crossing. It was like in I want to say it was in City Folk. I think that's when they were first. Yeah, I think that was the first game they were in. It was City Folk, and they were like indicative of having a perfect town. Yeah, that was City Folk. It's like Wild World introduced like breedable flowers, and then oh my. Jeez Louise, dude. Come on, people. Every time I'm building. Good lord. Oh, that scared the dickens out of me, dude. Holy cow. Hated that. Ugh. Oh, you know, we haven't got birch, but we do have this nice pale oak. Let's see about putting that to work. We went to the wrong chest. Hold on. Boom. Boom. Cause check it out, y'all ain't ready for what I'm about to lay down on y'all. Here, I can get just turned into that. I'm gonna turn these into slabs just to make sure we got enough. Jeez Louise, these plants take up so much space, dude. Actually, madness. Also, we didn't bring our crafting table up. Truly, I am the world's greatest Minecraft professional. Boop. There we go. Well over doubled the amount we had. What all do we... we'll bring this with us in bed at least. You know what? We're gonna cut here for a second. I have had a change of heart. Okay, and we're back. Sorry, folks. I just, like, halfway through this build, I just viscerally hated the shape of the structure. I just decided to go for a classic box shape, nothing too fancy. Now we're going to do, I'm going to have to get some more sand here in a second. Don't worry about that. That's not real. It cannot hurt you. You cannot see it. Fortunately, I probably have to chop down some of these cherry trees. Let's get a decent look at this, yeah? This is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my whole entire life. We might need to go get more tough. Because this came out, like, criminally bad. Okay, hold on. I'm having a thought. These houses are usually shingled, but they got a little bit of variance, you know. Right? Oh, that looks nice. Okay, that I like a lot, actually. Alright, so that's pretty much the exterior done. Let's get a little interior work done here so we actually, have a livable space, which is, of course, the goal. I'm not really worried about, like, organizing stuff right now. I just need stuff in here, kind of deal, is where we are at. So we're just gonna do a little bit of that for right now. Or set that there, set spawn there. I did have an idea that I want to execute upon. I think will be fun. Don't look at my cheaty hole. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. I know y'all are looking at it. Don't do it. Y'all a bunch of perverts. Yeah, but check this out. Okay, let's see. Hold on, hold on. We need one more thing here. Sorry, I had stupid brain for a second. I am just... Dude, I need to go to bed. What am I doing? You know, it'll do the same thing like we did over here with the black stone. I have to take this down now. Let that grass regrow. There we go. That feels better. Cool. So now our horse is safe inside. Chill. Just chill. Be cool, I vouched for you. Okay, so in that case, with the horse being there as it is, just a sec, I'm just gonna clean out my inventory real quick before I actually canonically lose my whole entire mind. Okay, cool. Never have to come back down here again, except we will because we're gonna be building down there at some point. Cow. Cool. Here we're gonna do. Okay, now we get to do some fun old decorating here. Let's see. Got decorating. Might find a use for these. A little extra detail there, you know. Just a little smidge extra. Don't hate this. Sitting there regret not putting windows on the back with how many things we just wasted, but it's fine. It's fine. There we go. That's cute. Yeah, Litematica jump scare. Good. How do I stop? Oh my god, dude. I am still desperately learning this mod. Get that out of our inventory. We're not pasting anything. We don't have anything to paste yet. Chill, game. There we go. We turned into. Oh, hey. Just because white beds are ugly, dude. This is just infinitely better. I'm sorry. Sorry to all the white bed enjoyers out there, but I am sadly not one of them. Same every time, huh? Okay, well, I'll deal. Let's keep that, you know, simple and trimple. Just trying to think what we can do with this to make this look a little more interesting. No, wait, hold up. I know what I'm doing. I knew what I am doing. Did I bring any cobblestone? Or did I already put it away? Hold on. Okay, I was about to say, I swear I brought some cobblestone, right? Anyways, let's finish up our little design here. There we go, got ourselves a little bit of a closet. How cute. Do want to do something with these. I mean, we got a lot of nice little plants that we could put about the place. There we go. Cute. Hold on, we're not actually done in here yet. Well, more decorating I want to do before we wrap this up, but we are getting to be in a nice little... Finished up would be a good feeling word, I think. see, is there anything else we want to do? Well, here, yeah. Those are weird little eye flowers. Look, we're studying nature. True naturalists at work. Cool, cool, cool. Let's get some light in here, dude. That's the last thing we're missing, is just a little bit of light. Really make this place pop. That's one from that window. You would do one from that window. Alright, so I would say we're off to a solid little start here. I quite like how this turned out. I'm glad I changed the structure of it. It's not my favorite build ever, but it is very cute and cozy. I'm like extremely happy with how this interior has come along. This is quite nice. I do wish I had something to put here, though. Let's see. I suppose we don't need all of those. No, I just want to fill up the space there. It felt awfully empty there in that corner. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. Quite happy indeed. We got ourselves a cute little house to live in, you know. You can just look out over this beautiful coastline that will all be ours one day as we conquer. Oh, that's a good place for sand. Look at all these cherry trees. So pretty here. I think that will do for the time being, however. So, if you've enjoyed the video, I would greatly appreciate it if you went ahead and left a like, a comment, subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know how you're doing. Let's have a chat in the comments. But until next time, folks, y'all have a good evening, morning, afternoon, and good night. Bye-bye.